Scene script. Have you ever wondered what our world will look like if the current pace of global warming continues? Let's take a moment to unravel the enigma that is global warming. It's a term you've likely heard 1,000 times over, but what does it really mean? Simply put, it refers to the long-term increase in Earth's average temperature, but it's far more complex and far-reaching than that description suggests. Imagine a world where the average temperature is steadily climbing. It's not just about needing an extra scoop of sunscreen or cranking up the air conditioner. It's about drastic, profound changes that affect every aspect of life on our planet. Picture, if you will, the polar ice caps. These vast white expanses are melting at an unprecedented rate. This isn't just bad news for the polar bears, it's bad news for all of us. As the ice melts, the sea levels rise. Coastal cities become vulnerable, and entire island nations face the risk of being swallowed by the sea. But why is this happening? The answer lies in what we call the greenhouse effect. Our atmosphere works like a blanket, trapping some of the sun's heat to keep our planet warm enough to sustain life. But human activities, like burning fossil fuels and deforestation, are thickening that blanket. We're adding more and more greenhouse gases to the atmosphere, trapping more heat and driving up the Earth's temperature. This is the conundrum of global warming. It's a complex issue, and one that's largely of our own making. But it's also one that we have the power to address. But what exactly will this lead to? Let's delve deeper into the consequences of global warming. Imagine a world where extreme weather events are the norm, not the exception. This is not a scene from a dystopian novel or a Hollywood sci-fi blockbuster, but a real possibility we face with the escalation of global warming. In a warmer world, weather patterns become more unpredictable and extreme. Hurricanes and typhoons, once considered extraordinary occurrences, could become common events, unleashing devastation on a scale we can hardly fathom. Torrential rainfalls, massive floods, and extended periods of drought could disrupt the lives of millions, leading to the loss of homes, livelihoods, and even lives. But it's not just the weather. The biodiversity of our planet is also under threat. As temperatures rise, various species will find it increasingly difficult to survive. This could lead to a significant reduction in biodiversity, with some species disappearing entirely. We've seen this happen before. The golden toad of Costa Rica, a vibrant symbol of biodiversity, has already vanished due to climate change. Moreover, the repercussions of global warming extend to our food supply. Changes in temperature and precipitation patterns could lead to a significant drop in agricultural productivity. Crops that we take for granted, like wheat and corn, may struggle to grow in a warmer climate, potentially leading to food shortages and increased prices. Perhaps most frighteningly, global warming could lead to the displacement of people on a massive scale. Rising sea levels, a direct consequence of melting ice caps, could submerge coastal cities and small island nations, forcing millions to seek new homes. It's a potential humanitarian crisis that we can't afford to ignore. These drastic changes are not just speculative. They are backed by scientific consensus and are already happening. We're standing at the precipice of a future that we have the power to shape. It's not just about protecting the planet for ourselves, but for generations yet to come. Let's not allow our legacy to be one of destruction, but of preservation and respect for the delicate balance of life on Earth. Did you know that carbon dioxide, an invisible gas, is one of the main culprits behind global warming? Yes, this seemingly harmless gas plays a significant role in the Earth's temperature. You see, carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. It traps heat from the sun and prevents it from escaping back into space, much like the glass walls of a greenhouse. This process is vital for life on Earth, keeping our planet warm and habitable. However, too much carbon dioxide can tip the balance, leading to global warming. Now, where does all this extra carbon dioxide come from? The answer lies in our everyday activities. When we burn fossil fuels like coal and oil for energy, or cut down and burn trees to create land for farming, we are releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. These human activities are significantly increasing the levels of carbon dioxide, causing our planet to heat up faster than it should. The question now is, can we do something about this? The reality is stark, but there is still hope. Preventing global warming may seem like a gargantuan task, but when we all work together, we can make a difference. It all starts with understanding how our choices and actions can impact the environment. Firstly, let's talk about reducing greenhouse gas emissions. This can be as simple as using public transportation, carpooling, biking, or walking instead of driving a car. A less carbon-intensive diet, with more plant-based foods and less meat, can also significantly reduce our carbon footprint. Secondly, adopting renewable energy is a powerful way to combat global warming. Solar, wind, and hydroelectric power are all viable alternatives to fossil fuels. By choosing green energy for our homes and workplaces, we are not only reducing our carbon emissions but also promoting a sustainable economy. Next, we have water conservation. Our water usage has a more profound effect on the environment than one might think. By using water-efficient appliances, fixing leaks promptly, and being mindful of our water consumption, we can conserve this precious resource and reduce the energy required to process and deliver it. Another significant factor is waste reduction. Producing, transporting, and disposing of goods contribute to greenhouse gas emissions. By practicing the 3 Rs, reduce, reuse, and recycle, we can cut down on waste and help save the environment. Lastly, reforestation plays a crucial role in mitigating global warming. Trees absorb carbon dioxide, making forests an excellent natural tool against climate change. Planting trees, protecting existing forests, and promoting sustainable forestry practices can significantly contribute to our fight against global warming. Each of these solutions requires collective action. It's about making conscious decisions every day that prioritize the health of our planet. It's about businesses, governments, and individuals working together for a common cause. Remember, global warming is not just a problem for future generations. It's a problem we're facing right now, and it's a problem we can solve. Each one of us has a role to play in preventing global warming. The future of our planet is in our hands. We're not just bystanders in the story of Earth, we're the authors. And it's time we started writing a better chapter. Let's start with simple lifestyle changes. Consider lessening your meat consumption. The meat industry is a major contributor to carbon dioxide emissions. Next, think about your transportation. Can you walk or cycle instead of driving? Public transport and carpooling are great alternatives too. And what about your energy use at home? Opt for energy-efficient appliances and light bulbs. Switch off lights when you leave a room. Unplug electronics when not in use. Think too about your waste. Can you reduce, reuse, recycle more? Every piece of plastic not produced, every tree not cut down, counts. And let's not forget the power of our voices. Advocate for clean energy, vote for leaders who prioritize the environment. Together, we can make a difference for our planet. So, what have we learned today? We've taken a deep dive into the complex world of global warming, unraveling the mysteries of this looming crisis. We started by understanding the concept of global warming, a phenomenon that's causing our beloved Earth to heat up at an alarming rate. We've discovered that the average global temperature has been steadily rising, and if left unchecked, it could lead to catastrophic consequences. From there, we moved on to the implications of global warming. We've learned that it's not just about warmer weather. It's about the rise in sea levels, the increase in extreme weather events, the loss of biodiversity, and the threat to food and water security. Indeed, global warming is a multifaceted issue that affects every aspect of our existence on this planet. Next, we turned our attention to the role of carbon dioxide. We've seen how this common gas, a byproduct of many of our daily activities, is a major contributor to the greenhouse effect. We've learned that reducing our carbon dioxide emissions is key in our fight against global warming. Then, we discussed ways to prevent global warming. We've explored various strategies, from adopting renewable energy sources to promoting sustainable practices in agriculture and forestry. We've realized that while these solutions require commitment and effort from all stakeholders, they are entirely within our reach. Finally, we issued a call to action. We recognize that each one of us has a role to play in combating global warming. Whether it's by reducing our carbon footprint, advocating for cleaner technologies, or educating others about the importance of sustainability, we all have the power to make a difference. Remember, the fight against global warming starts with you. Be mindful, be responsible, and let's safeguard our planet for future generations.